The Texas legislature closed their special session. They had this special session because they wanted to pass a gerrymandering bill. We know, of course, the Democratic legislators from Texas decided to bolt. They went out of town. They went to California, Illinois, Massachusetts. And they did this so the Republicans wouldn't have a quorum and they couldn't vote for the gerrymandering bill. So the special session is closed. What the Democrats did worked. However, the Democrats are not going to come back. They have to ultimately come back no matter what. As soon as they come back, it's likely Greg Abbott will impose another special session, and ultimately they will pass the gerrymandering bill. That is, unless they're smart. Here's what I mean. Gavin Newsom in California has been very proactive, very much in the face of the Republican Party all throughout the country. And he said, if you gerrymander Texas, we're going to do the same thing in California. We'll cancel out everything you're fucking doing. So go ahead. Make my day, if you will. So theoretically, it makes no sense for Texas to do it. But we know how Trump-la-fucks are. They will double down, triple down. They don't care if they fail. They'll go off the side of a cliff just to make a point. So presumably, they will do the gerrymandering in Texas. And then Gavin Newsom will continue with his efforts to do it in a proper way. And if that is successful, then the whole thing was pointless. But let's be honest, Trump-la-fucks do a lot of pointless shit all the time. What I wanted to suggest here is whether you like Gavin Newsom or not, whether you think he is a viable presidential candidate in 2028, I like this motherfucker's energy. He's not only being tough, but he's trolling Donald Trump, and he's talking the talk and walking the walk. This has been the problem with the Democrats for 10 years. Republicans do something egregious and they just sit there and take it. We're going to take the high road. Well, that hasn't worked for 10 years. Maybe it's time to change that shit up. And Gavin Newsom is doing that. He's fighting back. He's fighting a little dirty. He's getting in the mud with the Republicans, and that's what it's going to take to ultimately beat them. So I'm glad to see that energy coming out of Gavin Newsom. Hopefully this will be contagious. Other Democrats will finally get some balls and say, yeah, this is the way to do it. This is what I'm going to do. I appreciate Gavin Newsom, and I find it very funny the way he's trolling Donald Trump, and I know it's driving Donald Trump nuts. And that's really what we've got to do here. The best way to get to Donald Trump, drive that motherfucker nuts, embarrass him, put him in a bad situation, and then he'll spiral the fuck out of control.